Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to these videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at the Sita1. You can find daily posts of the tarot cards on Instagram and Sita's weekly tarot readings on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Sita1. My name is Sita. I'm an intuitive astrologer and psychic tarot reader, and I'm here to share with you the upcoming energies from February 6th to the 12th. I cannot sugarcoat this. It is a pretty intense time. It's a really important time in the raising the awareness and the expansion of human consciousness. And I'm going to try to give you some advice astrologically that can help you do this. I'm not going to say that it's an easy journey, but it's what we all signed up for karmically. So the players in the mix are Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, Venus, and Mercury, and of course Uranus. So we have a mixture of major planets that have gone through already making some major transitions in our social awareness, but also we have some personal planets in Capricorn, and that is partly what's causing the disruption, also the aspects they're making with each other. We are in the midst of a social revolution, the breaking down of the old structures. We're coming out of a Jupiter sextile, a Venus-Mars conjunction, and remember we still have a stellium that's a meeting of a lot of planets in one sign is the stellium in Capricorn, and they're traveling, eventually they'll be traveling over Pluto. Pluto wants some deep transformational changes that will change the way we have structured our government, our way we relate to one another, and it's not going to stop until this transformation occurs. It's deep, it's long, and it will continue for a few more years. The reform is good for everyone. It's kind of wanting an equal distribution of power, but the problem is with those personal planets there, people will try to use this to further their agenda, and that's where we have to be cautious of the narrative that we hear in the collective. So, Mars will trine Uranus by the 8th, where the explosive Uranus flows with the explosive energy of Mars. Mars is the irritant. It's kind of like that stone in your shoe where you've got to get it out and you have no choice but to take action. That's what Mars does. But we can control that Mars energy by not feeding it with anger, not feeding it with excessive action. So what we're looking at here is the possibility of violent reaction or a breakthrough. Uranus is about seeing beyond what is limiting us. So right now I say it's up to you how to use this energy. I'll talk more about this in the conclusion of this video. So the opportunity to bring spirituality into the equation exists with the lovely sextile to Jupiter. So we have to remember that Jupiter and Neptune are in Pisces. So this is dissolving our boundaries, connecting us with the divine, and looking at things from a compassionate viewpoint. So with the creative Venus, also in Capricorn, it's going to conjunct Pluto too. Perhaps we can use that creativity to evolve and to create a more harmonious and inclusive society with rules that reflect those qualities. By February 11th, we could see how the personal agenda from people in power plays out as these personal planets, Mars and Venus, conjunct Pluto. Mars will also square Chiron. Chiron is about the wounded healer. So all our wounds are being exposed and brought up, and that could cause some severe reactions. So I interpret all of this as having a choice. What's your choice? How are you going to feed the quiet places of your being with love and kindness? This is the ultimate test of humanity, to let go of fear and choose hope. That's the Pisces part. Remove the restrictions of judgment and hate, not escalate them. Yes, we need change, but the shifted consciousness moves towards a more understanding and compassionate society. Violence and restriction and fear does not bring this into reality. Keep up those spiritual practices. It's so important now. Stay away from the news and other judgmental and fearful narratives. We can choose differently. There are planets like Jupiter, Neptune, and yes, even Saturn that will support a collective vision of peace. Saturn tells us it won't be easy. Saturn is in Aquarius, so looking at from the individual self and moving it towards the collective, the community, the family, and everybody we're involved with, even if we don't know them. Jupiter and Neptune tells us that we have a lot to open up to. So stay peaceful. I know it's counterintuitive, but it's the only solution. Remember, take care of yourself and others, and I will see you next time.